Hi again, guys. So now I'm going to move on to the next soap that I made yesterday. And this soap I made, oh, it was late afternoon when I actually poured this one. So this one I'm not quite sure yet if I'm going to call it, I was thinking like peppermint patty, but depends on what it looks like. I was going back and forth between like peppermint patty or something like choco mint cocoa or something like that. So we're just gonna take a look and cut it up, and I'll decide on the name of it later. If you guys have any ideas, feel free to post them. I'd love to hear. So it looks like in the mold, and I dusted the top of it there with cocoa, and it did sweat quite a bit last night when it was doing its thing. So it did kind of give that cocoa an effect of like kind of wet effect, which still looks fine. It didn't do too much. It smells so good. And this one I used real cocoa powder in it to give it a chocolatey scent, but then I did enhance the chocolate with a little bit of fragrance oil. And then the mint part of it is peppermint essential oil. Oh, I want to eat it. This one's still a tad warm, actually. We'll cut into it and see what we've got. Hopefully it's not too warm or too soft to be cutting. And I'm going to start off with a straight cut and see what the pattern looks like. Oh, it's really soft. I really like this. Ah, this came out perfect. This swirl here, I don't know how much the camera's picking up, but it came out a perfect mint green color. And that I did with spirulina. It's not any, all it is spirulina. So it's a natural, very natural, good for your skin, good for your body coloring. And then of course the dark color comes from not only the vanilla content of the chocolate portion, but from the cocoa powder itself. And then I've done a layer of cocoa powder and then topped it off with the peppermint essential oil scented white portion, which I did add some titanium dioxide to. And I'm getting my titanium dioxide. I'm finally getting it. Yes, I'm learning how to use it. So the green portion and the white portion are scented with the peppermint essential oil, and then the dark portion is scented with the fragrance oil and the cocoa powder. And I'm really happy with the pattern. So I think I'm just going to leave it a straight cut on this one. Oh my god, that smells so good. Oh, I really seriously want to eat it. And on the titanium dioxide, you know, for those of you that may not know, I'm sure plenty of you do know, but I am learning with these different colorants because I've always just used, you know, like herbs and, you know, ground herbs and natural colors like spirulina and cocoa and turmeric and things like that, you know. So I'm learning. And I think with my titanium dioxide, I think my problem was I was adding it at too thick of a trace, and I needed to add it at a real thin trace. And also, I have two different types of blenders, stick blenders, and one of them is a Braun, and it blends so smoothly and so quickly. And I don't know if it's, you know, both of those things together, or if it's one or the other. But since doing it that way, I've had so much more luck with that titanium dioxide. It's not doing that crackling effect on me anymore. So I think that might have been where I was going wrong with that. Again, it's always a learning process. And, you know, fragrance oils and different types of colorants are new to me, like I said, you know, so I'm still definitely, excuse me, in the learning stages with those. These are going to be nice big chunky bars. I'm getting better. I've been working on cutting them over 5 ounces. Because I got so used to cutting them just over 4 ounces. And once you get in that habit, it's just easy to just cut them each the same. My God, these are so warm and they smell so good. It's making me just think of like a hot cup of mint cocoa. Oh. I am so happy with this one. So happy with it. I know I keep saying that, I'm sorry. Okay, so get the idea of that. I'm going to finish cutting this up, and I don't think I'm going to move on to one of the other ones until later in the day because they were poured so really late, like wee hours of the morning, that they're going to be too warm and not ready to go yet. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.